Hi, it's How to Get Your Shit Together with me, Sue Wright. I posted on my Facebook page the other day a thing from Carl Jung, which was along the lines of comfort is an addiction. So you can be addicted to being comfortable. People can get addicted to having, say, food, a comfortable place to sit, mildly stimulating things, and that comfort is where your dreams go to die. Which, when I posted it, and I did put a comment on it that I was in mixed minds about it, it's quite a radical statement, really. I mean, yes, you can get stuck in your comfort zone. You can become apathetic. You know, you can just kind of, well, this is how it is and it's fine and I'm not really struggling and everything's tickety-boo, so why change anything? And your goals and dreams go out the window. However, I know plenty of people who need comfort, who need stability for their very survival. People who've had shit going on that has made their life hell, that they've struggled with, addictions, personality personality disorders, mental health problems, all sorts of things where they crave stability. They thrive on stability. They don't want to be going chasing rainbows. So that statement, that Carl Jung thing that I shared, like I say, I had mixed emotions about it. But I also do think that there is that concept that if you're not careful, you can just be swept along in the gentle river of life and wake up in 20 years' time and go, shit, I haven't done X, Y, and Z. The last 6 months, have I been in that position? Maybe. But I've also been kind of regrouping, rebuilding, recovering from surgery, blah, blah, blah. So check in with yourself that if you're not moving in the direction you want to, that you haven't slipped into that comfortable slippers and favourite part of the sofa and Netflix on the telly mode. You know, if you need to be stable and static and where you are at this moment in time for recovery, be that physical, mental, whatever, if you need to be in that position to regroup, to clarify your thought processes, perfect, fine, stick with it, it's not a problem. If you're there because it's easy and the changes you want to make are scary, then that's not so good. We need to help you to move forwards and move towards your goals. And I've been doing some coaching calls this week with a group, which is all about that. You know, they want to make changes. They recognise that they are ready to make changes. Some big changes, some small changes, physical changes, mental changes. You know, they want to make changes, but they're not quite sure how. And the danger is that they leap too far too quickly, or they see where they want to be and it's too big, it's too much, can't see the way forward. And what I've advocated is to start to schedule in small changes, make some small steps through the way they want to go, you know, so little things that they can change on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, on a weekly basis, but start to make changes and step towards their goal in a manner that suits them. The people I work with tend to be very empathetic, very considerate of others, very unlikely to want to make massive changes that are going to hurt other people or impact other people. So what I've said is, you know, sort of package your change, how you're going to do it, in a manner that you feel comfortable. You know, prepare the statements you're going to make to friends, relations, business people, people that you're connected with that are going to be impacted by your change. You know, a step towards making those changes is actually thinking how you're going to word them in a manner that sits well with you. You know, it's not kind of you hold it all in and all of a sudden you blurt it out. make changes that fit well with how you want, not kind of, all or nothing. Really kind of package it in a way that sits with your psyche, that makes you feel comfortable, that goes with your personality. Does that make sense? So it is, word it, think about it, and then present it, but make small changes. But that's if you want to. If you need to be still and static, don't listen to all these people, Carl Jungs and all the rest of it, that tell you that you're kind of a failure for sitting doing nothing, not doing nothing, but for sitting in your comfortable place. Because Christ, you might have worked bloody hard to get to that comfortable place. So it's what works for you, not what works for everybody else, not what everybody else thinks. I was talking to somebody today, just a friend, and he was saying about how somebody was saying that relationships and connections with people are detrimental to your personal growth. And again, I think that's a load of bollocks, because we need people in our lives. We need friendships. We need love and not necessarily commitment from family members, but we need that connection. And it's not a bad thing. It's got to be a healthy connection, a mutually beneficial thing, a symbiotic thing, where you give and receive in equal measure. But again, it's what works for you. But don't look to somebody else to fix you. You've got to do the work yourself. People like me are there to help, but just what works for you. So I think it's whenever you're being kind of thrown all of these bits of information, it's take the time to think about how it feels for you. Do you want to be on your own? If you do, fine. Do you want to have people in your life? If you do, fine. As long as it's healthy relationships. Do you want change? Fine. Do you want stability? Fine. You know what I mean? It's just got to be what works for you. At the end of the day, only you know what works for you. Okay? Hope that was helpful. I will speak to you again soon.